Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to mention is okay. So we have the Kastov, the Vel, the Lockman, the Lockwood, the Cinder Icarus, the Lockwood Mark II. Like the MX9 Lockman Sub, the PDSW 528, the Fennec 45. Why are none of these brand name guns?
Because they got greedy and didn't want to pay for the naming rights.
I mean, yeah, like that's the only thing that I can think of, but like,
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened. Is that like because clearly it's not the manufacturers of the firearms that are like, oh no, we don't want you using our names, because if it was,
yeah.
other games would be able to do it either.
I mean,
Like they'd have to.
M16, M4 are both very generic
Yes.
terms. Like they're not owned by any one
No.
company,
No.
obviously.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, for the rest of them, like, it's because of the fact that they don't want to, or they can't, or they don't want to spend the money on the naming rights. That is the only logical thing
Okay,
I
that's
can
fair.
think of.
Because I mean, yeah, I mean that's very clearly a Steyr AUG in 5.56. It's very clearly an AK-47.
Yeah.
Like they're very clearly the guns that they are. That's very clearly a fucking Scar. Like I
Yeah.
mean, are they gonna run into anything where it's like, well, you used our model, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. But yeah, it's just it was something interesting that I noticed is like this year is the only year really.
No, it's been a lot of them in the past. Because if like the last time I saw them actually have the names in them was like the original MW2.
Well, no, I mean like, they at
Like,
least had AUG in the in Modern Warfare 2019. That like they
true.
had Scar. They had like they had like the actual platform names. I guess would probably
True.
be the best way to
Yeah,
describe it.
I
Or like
that makes
maybe
sense.
what it is this whole receiver thing. Like companies are like, that's not how guns work. What are you talking about? Like that's
I mean,
not how guns work. You don't just change the receiver and it's a completely different gun. Like there's a lot that goes into that. Like
yeah,
maybe that's what it is. It's almost like an intellectual property thing where it's like that's not how that works.
yeah,
Like
but I mean,
but
to a certain extent, it. I mean, changing the receiver and barrel, it changes everything.
yeah,
Like at that point, it's not the same firearm you just had. You changed the two biggest things, because you can still use the same fire controls, everything else. So you use the same stock with most of them. So like at least with like ARs and AKs, you can like they are modular. That's the whole. That's why they were so cheap to make.
yeah,
Because and um, but like yeah, some of them it's like yeah, that's not how that works there, bud. But
yeah,
like I see what they were trying to do is like they're trying to like they want it so that way you can it's a lot longer to grind for things in the game versus like before, especially now that we are 2 years in this game. This is
yeah,
the first Call of Duty that we have this amount of time before the next one's released.
yeah.
So, yet again, it's my own opinion. Like I don't know if that's actually the truth or what,
But
but
yeah, I mean like
that
the
is what
the
I'm
the
feeling
cheapskate way
is
definitely seems
yeah. Like
like a
and I mean,
reliable answer, I guess.
well, yeah, and I mean it's 100% allegedly, because it could have been also the manufacturer saying, "Hey, no, go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
We don't know. We weren't there. Like so, at this point, it's just all speculation, because unless Activision comes out and says why, we will never know for sure why.
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
So